Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the situation of Erling Haaland, and then later in the video we're also going to be talking about some minor updates and minor details about Samuel Umtiti and Philippe Coutinho. But first, let's talk about the big story of today, and that is going to be about Erling Haaland, because I know that right now there is a lot of confusion going on when it comes to where Barcelona do stand and where does Erling Haaland stand. And if you guys are new here and you guys are watching me for the first time, Barcelona right now, they do want Erling Haaland. That is their main objective. I don't care if Barcelona want to get or potentially bring in someone like Phil Foden or Kevin De Bruyne or Gundogan or someone like Salah. Erling Haaland is Barcelona's main objective, no matter who else comes in the way. And Joan Laporta had a message a few hours ago, and Luis Rojo, who is the reporter, was here to report that on what that message was coming from Joan Laporta. And this is what he said, and I quote, "I will sign Haaland this summer." Then the reporter continues to say, "The intentions are 100%. Besides the money, Barcelona do have to convince Erling Haaland, and will have to do that through their project. At Barcelona, the sporting project will be revolving around Erling Haaland. If they do end up signing the striker, they want to offer him a project for the future." Mino Raiola and President Joan Laporta have had many meetings in the last few months, and the topic of Erling Haaland has been discussed. Laporta believes Barcelona do have the money to compete for the signature. So yes, it is true that Barcelona's main job right now is to convince why Erling Haaland should join that club. Like, yes, Barcelona are aware that they do also have to make some space within the wage bill, like for example letting go of Samuel Umtiti, Coutinho, Luke de Jong, Martin Braithwaite, Trincao, and many of these players. But the main objective right now is to sell Erling Haaland the sporting project. Because look, Erling Haaland, his main intentions when it comes to him leaving Borussia Dortmund and going to that next club, his next move, he is intending to stay there for the next 6 to 7 years. Like, he is going to be there for the long term. So of course the sporting project is going to be very important for him, and Barcelona do have to paint that picture. We have seen multiple reports basically explaining that Erling Haaland wants to be the protagonist of that club. He wants to be considered as the best in the world. He wants to be a Ballon d'Or winner. He just wants to be the main leader of that club. And that is why we are hearing right now that Barcelona are looking to make the sporting project revolving around Erling Haaland, which does make a lot of sense. But of course, there is going to be other clubs out there in Europe that are going to want to compete for his signature and try to sell Erling Haaland the sporting project. And it does say here, according to Luis Rojo, there is heavy competition though, especially coming from Real Madrid, who have star players like Vinicius, Benzema, and soon most likely Kylian Mbappe. Other clubs such as City and United are also keeping tabs. The competition involving Real Madrid is much greater. President Laporta is trying his best to make the signing of Haaland a reality. He doesn't want the striker to end up at his rival club. And there you have it, right? There is going to be competition when it comes to Barcelona looking for that signature. Of course, when it comes to Real Madrid, it does look very attractive. You have Benzema, you have Vinicius, you have many great players that can bring success to that club for the next 5 to 10 years. But here's how I do imagine everything to play out. Assuming that Erling Haaland wants to be the protagonist of a club, knowing that he does want to be the leader of that club, the most possible option, it is going to be FC Barcelona, because I just do not see how it's going to make sense if Erling Haaland goes to Real Madrid. You're going to find Kylian Mbappe in that same club. And I'm forever going to remember this quote. Erling Haaland did say about 9 months ago or 10 months ago that when he saw Kylian Mbappe score about 2 or 3 goals in one game, he got inspired by how Mbappe scored those goals, and he wanted to score 2 to 3 goals within his own game. I think it was around the Champions League time. And the moment Erling Haaland did say that, many were saying, "Oh wow, look at how Haaland is being fed through Kylian Mbappe's goals. Look how he's being inspired." This does seem a lot like the Messi versus Ronaldo rivalry. And I do think that that is what Erling Haaland does want and what he needs. He does need the healthy competition. He wants to see one of the best players in the world, Kylian Mbappe, score about 3 goals in one game, and then him scoring 3 to 4 goals within his own game. And so again, it just does not make sense for him to say that and then join the exact club where he is going to be meeting his potential rival. But that is just how I do imagine football working. That's also how I imagine this all playing out because of what Erling Haaland did say and because of all of these statements and all of these reports. So just to make it very clear for everyone here, for us to understand where all of this does stand, Joan Laporta and Mino Raiola, they did have multiple meetings. There is an understanding between Mino Raiola and Joan Laporta that Barcelona are capable to bring this player in. And Mino Raiola has also given his word that if Joan Laporta do find the funds and they present those funds to the agent, then Mino Raiola will do everything he can to bring an agreement between Erling Haaland and Barcelona to make that move happen. And then from there, this is going to be the only thing missing would be the negotiations between Erling Haaland himself and Barcelona. And it does say here, according to multiple multiple sources in Germany. There is currently no agreement between Team Haaland and FC Barcelona. We also do have Fabrizio Romano stating, nothing is agreed with any club yet, despite interest from many clubs. You have to wait and be patient because this Haaland saga is going to take a very long time. Nothing is going to be decided yet or in just a span of few weeks, which is basically explaining that Barcelona, yes, they do have to negotiate with Haaland and say, this is going to be our sporting project and this is how we're going to be planning for the next 4 to 5 years. So now let's move on towards the recent updates and minor updates of Philippe Coutinho and Samuel Umtiti. And it does say here, we're going to be starting with Coutinho. Coutinho is open to leaving Barcelona mainly because he does want to play more in order to have more chances to participate in the upcoming World Cup. Arsenal, Newcastle, and many other clubs are eyeing the situation. So this is exactly what we have discussed. We know exactly why Coutinho is going to want to intend to leave in this transfer window. It is because we are in the exact same year of the World Cup. This is what makes this transfer window so different from the rest, from the previous like 4 to 5. It is because in about 9 to 10 months, the World Cup is going to be starting. And Philippe Coutinho himself is going to want to show that he is ready to play in the World Cup, that he should be featuring in the Brazilian national team. And many players are going to want to do the same. Like for example, Dani Alves. There is a reason why he did join Barcelona a couple of months ago. It is because he wants to aim to be included in the squad list for the World Cup. And so the agent is also going to have to do his part when it comes to Coutinho. He has to communicate to that player and say, look, we have Xavi Hernandez in this club now. He does have his preferences. He has Gavi, he has Nico, he has Frankie, he has Pedri, Ricky Puig, who are all players that he does prefer to play in the midfield. There is no place for you. So the agent and Coutinho do have a lot of homework to do. And it does say here, according to Helena Condis, there are no offers for Coutinho as of now. Now let's move on towards Samuel Umtiti. And it does say here, according to Gabriel Sanz, Umtiti is now open to leaving Barcelona on loan until the end of the season this month. Now, hopefully in the future, hopefully in about 2 or 3 weeks, we get to see Barcelona send Umtiti to a club where he is able to compete against top teams and he is being used well, because the last thing that I want to see in the future is for Umtiti in the summer to return and then stay at Barcelona and continue there for the next 1 to 2 years. That is the last thing I do want to see. If we let go of Umtiti in this January transfer window, it has to be official. Like, there has to be a loan with a mandatory option to buy. And if you guys are wondering why is it so difficult for Barcelona to let go of Umtiti, well, it is because first of all, he does not play. Like, many clubs are looking at Umtiti and saying, look, he doesn't play, we're not going to buy him because he's not even proven, and we are not even going to give him the salary that he does demand. He just looks like a headache. And then point number 2, like I've said before, Umtiti is asking for a huge salary and many clubs do not want to pay what he is demanding. The only reason why he does have the audacity to ask for a big salary, it is because he did win the World Cup. He is a World Cup winner. So it is very difficult for Barcelona to find a buyer for this Frenchman center back. But whatever does happen within these next couple of weeks, we are going to be talking about it here in this YouTube channel when it comes to Coutinho, Samuel Umtiti, and Erling Haaland. That is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.